What's going on? Okay, this level is definitely broken. I'm gonna leave that. It's not that great of a level, honestly. This is Matt's level. I shouldn't say that about somebody else's level, but what's Maya's level? Sorry, Maya. I mean, it's okay, but I wish we had to put a notch down here. Not notch, but a notch. We had to put a notch down here to prevent an exploit, and it just, oh, and maybe down here too. It's just not as simple as it was. And it was before the carrying rules changed. So there's probably a version of this level that is uh, better, but it has to be redesigned. It has to be redesigned now that these other characters can't have things on their heads. Okay. This one, oh. Let's see if this is, so this is a level that I made, and it was based on having this cool, having this cool trick at the end. See, when I do this, I basically get killed no matter what. Um, I mean, like there's no, like if I do this, now I'm trapped down there because I can't get out, and if she leaves, I die, right? So, and then for this other side, like I can't protect him standing here, right? It's a bummer too, because this was a really cool level. I thought. Okay, I don't know the solution to that offhand. I want to do levels that are easy, and that one is one that I haven't played yet. So let's see. Can you stand on the glowy guy? Nope. Nope. Okay, this one is, so I fixed this one already, and it kind of bums me out. So let me finish fixing this one. Let me get my mouse, my real actual mouse, because this trackpad is terrible. Okay, so what I had to do to fix this is raise this up one square, because now if you push a block onto a monster's head, the monster doesn't die. So then this level broke. So I fixed it by adding some elevation, but that made these things less tall. So I think I'm going to want to make them more tall again. So I think I want to go there and go, well, let's get everybody. Everybody goes up 1. Then we could fill that in. Shoot. That. And then these all got to go up. Dink, dink, dink. So that's like how it was, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. We could always take that away again too if we want to. Okay, so if I run this, okay. So now that's level 2 of this, but the first level is not fixed. And it's not that different, honestly. Wait, did I bury something here? Where's the view giver? There we go. That was buried. Let's not bury that. Okay. So this is mostly the same. We'll do the same stuff. Kind of weird to you that the level has monsters as opposed to a mechanical kill thingy. A monster with legs implies that it might follow you. That's true. That's true. We just, when we were thinking about alternatives, we just didn't really come up with one. And there are alternative gameplay reasons why it has to be a living creature, because it gets charmed by people like the Bard. So it's not that easy. Like a mechanical trap can't really get charmed and move around. So just imagine that they're really lazy, you know? Like they just they don't like people, but they're too lazy to like go do anything about that. All right. Cool. That level is fixed. This level is known broken. Okay, this probably requires this probably involved the wizard swapping with the dude with a block on his head. And then like he doesn't die, maybe. Let's see if we can figure out what this was. So I go here. I can hold this because I'm strong. Then I can swap with this dude, and he can walk around with it. Oh, well, he can't come down because there's an exit on the top. Well, that's interesting. But I kind of don't. Whoops. So I go here, he goes there. So really, the only way for me to do this is to go like this, right? I see. I see what the point is. Whoops. Oh, he can't leave the strong. Okay, he can go there though. And then there. Okay. And then he can, okay, that's why. So the problem is monsters currently have a default carrying capacity of 1. So this level doesn't really make sense anymore with the new, I think this is also one of Maya's levels. Maya, we're getting rid of all your levels. Not really. Okay. The cool idea at the end of the level doesn't work. Involved standing on the priest. Unless we want to make protection add 1 to carrying capacity. Could be interesting, but also a bit arbitrary. That spice part is gone in part of the level. Which one was carry 2? Let me see if it's solvable. With warrior on the bottom. Maybe warrior in the middle. So we can't ever do that. It's a problem. Yeah, there's no way to do this without a strong beam. If it's the wizard. As you get later in the development of the game, do the fixes look more like this, working in the engine editor than stepping through a debugger? You end up doing more things, yeah. I mean, you can't do this kind of thing in the beginning because you don't have a game, right? So obviously, you do it somewhat later. Why does everyone keep asking me about AAA games that I don't like? At least once every stream, people mention a particular game that I honestly don't care about and have no interest in. And it's weird because the way people ask about it, it's like, obviously, this is the big thing that everybody must be thinking about. And I'm like, no, I'm not thinking about it. There's not really, you know, there is drama. If you mean the game contains fictional drama, you'll find much better fictional drama in other media than you will in video games. If you mean real world drama, given that the entire United States is about to disintegrate, I kind of don't care about drama behind a video game. Like, it's just hard for me to give a crap. Okay, so we can fix this if and only if no, we can't really fix it. Okay, Minefield is another one of Maya's levels. Man, her levels are. This one is fine though. Um, all that has to happen is for us to raise everything. And then move the monsters down. That ought to work. Oh, it doesn't. Because you fall in the hole. Hmm. Can I do it without falling in the hole? Let's see. Maybe that actually makes the level more interesting, honestly. Also, you can fill the holes. It's like I could do that, and then I could do that. I think we made the level better, honestly, because it was sort of a gimmick idea. Not really. I mean, it was a cool idea, but like it's always interesting to have this extra. I actually like it also. It's like less messy. Whoops. Because some of the blocks go away. Whoops. Okay. This level. Right. I think this level may be okay. I don't remember what we do to get rid of the second monster. So we drag the block onto the first monster. Except that doesn't work anymore. It's both dragons, actually. Okay. this level. This probably requires it's played out from here, if I remember the level. So we get that open. We drop this dragon. Okay, there must have just been something small here. Yeah, if you have RSI problems, get a wrist rest or adjust the height of your desk or check the angles of your hands, right? If you're using a crappy laptop, it may be causing you to use things at an angle. Okay, so see if I could do this. We need timed recording. This guy is going to go here, and then she's going to go up. He's going to do that, and she's going to open it. And he's going to do that. Bink. She's going to go there. He's going to go there. Okay. The recorded solution. Okay. Oh God, this freaking level. I never remember what to do on this level. This Matt's, it's Maya's. So this was Maya's last level, so she did. Like you can't do anything on this level without standing on someone's head. So okay, which can DFA? All right, so sometimes you got to delete the levels that you made. It's just how it works. Tutorial 2, 3. These aren't all real levels. Okay, which of these island fall is DFAing it? Okay, so here is 3D skills. Well, I guess all of these. So these are the ones. Okay, so Dude, we just lost 5 levels. Oh no, our game is too small. Rip game. Okay, that's DFA tutorial. That's Death from Above 2. Cowabunga. Over my head. What's the 5th one? Hitchkin DFA. Was Staircase a Death from Above level? And which one was Cowabunga? That was one of mine, sure. Oh no, this level. I liked this level. This was a good level. Pour one out for a really good level. I don't want to. Okay, we don't want this to get out of control. I only got a little bit on my keyboard. This is what you gotta do sometimes, though. It's like sometimes you made a really good game, and then parts of it are not parts of the best game, even though they're parts of a good game. Okay. So let's just finish, because there's several things that should happen here, right? So I'm not deleting the levels, but I am going to delete the tests. We have way too many tests in here. Okay. Which one? I want to know which level this was. I think that's one of Maya's. Oh no, I think this is Matt's. Right, this is the one that started us on this. What's Maya's? Maya, I'm deleting your levels. Feels bad. All right. So Okay. Part 1 of post strength breakage check-in. Right. Let's actually order this differently. Fixed levels. Okay. Tired levels is these. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Tired levels is these. Undecided. Okay. We have 4 categories. Okay. So we have 4 more levels to check. When you're done with the language, will I do lessons for programming beginners? I don't know, man. Programming beginners. I mean, maybe someday. It's just not the kind of thing that I'm focused on right now. Have I heard of Hylix 2 coming out tomorrow? I feel like somebody mentioned that at some point, but I don't. This doesn't look like something I want to play. I think I played the first one of these, and I was not into it. Yeah, so on the one hand, it is true that 99% of information out there is for beginners, but the problem is 99% of that information is bad. So like that there is something to be said for pushing into that space and doing something that's not bad. Why are most games optimized like poop? Because, well, there are many reasons. All right. Let's try to play this level. Oh, this guy can't push this anymore. Let's make him the warrior. See if I can remember. I've done this level before. Okay, we're going to get this. I think we do this. No. That. Okay, and then, whoops. No, we don't do that. Then we go here. No. There. Okay. Or did I want the other? I wanted the other way. Rip. Okay. Okay. Let's do that a little cleaner. I actually could have done that from the start, I guess. But okay, so I don't remember what to do here. It was like zapping this at the right time. I don't know why that doesn't always work. There. That we need to do better somehow. Okay, so same thing as this. Okay. On skip 3. Fix by changing the character to the warrior. So is this one skip 5, 4? All right, one skip 5. I never solved this one. I never solved this one, but the test is currently broken due to auto pickup of the wand. It sure doesn't look like it could be additionally broken too late though. All right. Cool, cool, cool. This is not so bad. Let me try to solve these other levels that Zach made. Okay, what am I trying to do? I need somehow to fill that corner square. Wow, we sure are flickery. Okay, well, it's very wide. The level is very wide, which leads me to believe that there is something about like getting the stones onto each other. Why would I do that though? So it doesn't seem to skip with it, which is weird. Maybe it should. Um, what are we looking at though? How would I possibly? This is so weird. Like, what could possibly? So if I go this way, this will not skip, right? Yeah, that'll sync. That doesn't seem right. It's a very weird thing. I guess we never decided what happens in that case. Okay, no, the test, let's see what the test is doing. Okay. Wait, what? How come the thief could pull that? That's not legal. Okay, I see what's going on here. Yeah. Okay. So I have to figure out why is the thief able to pull this much? And the answer is because we never added a weight test to pulling. And that might break more levels, come to think of it. Okay. I never added a weight check to what the thief can pull. Maybe this is okay and it fixes at least one level below. I kind of didn't want to enable weight. You know what? Throughout the game, and it would be a good idea to help fix this or at least make it worse if she can only pull a one high stack. This might make her a lot less useful 3D levels. And well, we just end up with the warrior in most levels. On the other hand, if her desire for objects is so great that she can pull a full stack, this makes her useful and powerful on these levels. So I don't know, to be decided. Okay. All right. One more level to play. Does the thief pull when you press hold the button? The thief will always pull compulsively. Oh, this level. So we're done, I guess. Druid Stone. Broken due to the change wherein a tree freezes release until, I believe, question mark. Okay, so this is fine. So we've fixed 3, retired 2, and then there's a bunch where something has to get done. I did a pass over all the levels that were broken below, I've listed three categories: fixed, tired, and not sure. Maybe we should maybe revise them, etc. Okay. I am gonna send an email real fast. How can I manage to have time to create so much stuff? Well, I am not married and have kids. Oh boy. David says there's exploits in the shunt levels. Hold on. Okay. I don't like seeing all these exploits. All right. Let's bring the screen back. Okay. Let's see what the exploits are. Oh yeah, I guess that's pretty obvious. For some reason, just the dumbest things get past me sometimes. Really? You have enough blocks to do that? I guess so. That's fixable by adding another tree, though. I mean, I don't like adding tons of trees, but like in this level, we sort of coach you about what you're supposed to be doing, you know? All right, let's do. Oh, those are the old versions of the levels. Yeah, no, these have all been changed, dude. You don't have the newest update. These are the ones that we knew were exploitable. There. Whoops. Dude, Firefox is so stupid. If you start typing a URL, within the first like 4 seconds after it comes up, it just like doesn't work because it's not really done initializing. Fucking reply. I hit reply like 10 seconds ago. Dude, I cannot stand. This is all so bad, dude. All right. Good catch. No. Those we already knew about those, and I checked in new versions that hopefully don't have those exploits. Though Zach is no, and I have already checked in revised versions. These levels yesterday, which is not to say they don't still have exploits, but they at least don't have the same exploits. Retesting. All right. Yeah, these are all old versions of the levels. Thank you. Thankfully. Yeah, Chrome was good in the beginning, man. Chrome was good, and even it was kind of okay until like a year and a half ago or something, maybe a little more, maybe 2 years. Are there any questions about what we have been doing so far? Because we're about to go to a next stage. I forgot to put sound on. All right. Let me get some more water and I'll explain it again. I don't know why everybody complains about mic volume. Just learn to lip read and then you'll have the advantage over everybody else. You'll be able to understand the secret messages. Okay, so the deal is somebody had asked, why are we removing Death from Above from the game? It seems like it would be cool. And the answer is, okay, let's talk about where it came from first of all, right? So early in development, I thought it'll be a cool design surprise if all of the characters in the game have some aspect of their skill set that activates in 3D that you don't see at first because the early levels are just simple and two-dimensional, right? And so then it would be a nice surprise, like, oh, cool, this character like also does this. Um, but those things are best when they are an outgrowth of what the character already does naturally, right? Um, but back at that time, I was thinking what this could be for the different characters, and it's like, well, what is it for the thief? Um, how about this death from above thing that they have in D&D? Like you could kill monsters. Well, we know we have monsters in the game, so the thief has a special way to kill monsters. That seems cool, and it does seem cool. The problem is you can't do it in that many levels, or it just gets tedious and weird, right? And it doesn't have that much to do with the rest of the game, which is about, manipulating blocks and all this stuff. So we have this weird problem where we can't put it in that many levels. But if we don't put it in that many levels, players are likely to kind of forget about it. And then you can't really use it later in the game in a hard level because it's kind of unfair because it's like, dude, this is a 500-hour game and I have not used this skill in 200 hours and I completely forgot about it, right? Because it's invisible. It's just like it happens to engage when you jump off over a monster. Um, there's a slim chance that we might bring it back, but we have ideas about skills for the thief that might be better, that are more natural, let's say, or more related to what the thief does already, and so might be less easy to forget. And so that's the thing, right? Like Death from Above could have been fine. Like a lot of games would think that was a totally fine thing to put in the game. It's okay. It is not great, as near as I can tell, unless we're missing the greatness. It is not great. Um, and we try to do as best we can here. And so sometimes when you do something and it's not the best, you have to replace it with something better. Or maybe nothing. Like it might possibly be that the game is already too big and we shouldn't have these skills on all these characters. We'll see. Okay. Could you make it an item for each guy? I mean, that is just no, because you want it to be a natural consequence of the character's skills. We do have a few items in the game, but they're orthogonal to characters. Yeah, we thought about some ways of reminding people of what concepts might be relevant, but it's better to not have that problem in the first place than to have the problem and then do stuff to solve the problem. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Would it require a bunch of level redesign to add skills? Not necessarily, because we're still filling out the game, and some of these skills are already decided on and are good, and we know what they are. A couple of characters don't have these skills, and it's like, I don't know about that. Okay. Will the overworld have puzzles? Maybe. Maybe. Ah, okay. Let's actually take Death from Above out of the code. Because, like, I wasn't really planning on doing this today, even removing the levels, but like, once you've sort of decided something, it's better to rip the band-aid off and have less to think about than like be constantly juggling. Well, maybe we'll do this, maybe we'll do that. Like at some point, it's like, no, decide. You have to do like decision triage at some point so that your mind knows what to focus on in terms of the game. So it's like, okay, we're not going to do Death from Above. Fine. Are we going to do a skill for the thief? I suggested one yesterday in email, which I don't want to spoil in case we do it. That one sounds a lot better to me than Death from Above. It would be fun. Um, I mean, maybe we'll try implementing it tonight or something. I don't know. I would like to do something. I think it's time to do something else tonight, though. Um, I think maybe we try fixing shadow maps or something like that. All right, let's check. Okay, we're going to take it out. No such thing. No such thing as DFA. Maybe kill things in target square. That's the Death from Above there. And I think that's it. The type of fixing do shadow maps need? The shadow frustum is not really computed in any remotely accurate way. So we need to do that. Interleaved or deinterleaved vertex data for performance. I have no idea. That is not my specialty. I cannot answer that question intelligently. All right, you know what? I am not hungry right now, but I'm gonna be hungry later. I almost feel like I should do a Benny test and then go get dinner while it's running, but mm, it is an open question. So people always ask, why don't you do it without rendering? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, wouldn't it be faster? And I'm like, I'm not actually sure. Like rendering definitely can be faster, but our gameplay simulator is maybe not that. It does all kinds of slow stuff just because, we're still figuring out the gameplay and there's no point in optimizing some of these things. Like if we had worked hard to optimize Death from Above, guess what? I just deleted it. There goes your optimization work. Um, but I'm considering running an invisible Benny test and we'll just see what happens. Like it'll be mostly invisible. Like I don't know, like it's just not trivial to maybe mess with the draw loop and stuff, but let's try. Draw game view 3D. Okay. Playback, hack, frame, index. See, we already do this for timed tests. Hold on. Like test time rate is already used for time tests. Okay. See, we do this. This should render. Let's just try this. This will render a lot fewer frames. We'll render some, so we're still testing rendering, but maybe it'll be a lot faster. Are there any limitations in animation programming so that you have to use motion capture? Can you do everything with just Yeah, you can do everything with just programming. It's just how do you make sure that those motions look good? Like it's pretty hard. What motion capture is about is to replace not even programming usually, but animation, hand authored animation data, right? You know what? I guess that doesn't really work on untimed levels correctly. It's only on untimed levels. It's only drawing one frame on those levels, which is maybe fine. But you notice how it's like not exactly instant, right? Well, we'll see. Oh, I should have started let me start the stopwatch. So we have a lower bound on how long this takes. Like, I missed at least a minute. This game loop testing sounds like a real good idea. You could run a lot of tests in parallel. No, not really. People always say that and then they don't think about what that implies. Like, really think about what it means to do a parallel version of this testing. You can do it for sure. Is it free? Is it convenient? Does it introduce enough workflow confusion that you actually don't want to freaking deal? I don't know. Is the bottleneck not my time step factor? I don't think so. So here's the thing. We have a minimum duration on our sim step, right? So like if you say, hey, simulate half a second, we're actually going to say, no, our max size is a 20th of a second. So then we run the sim loop 10 times, right? And the sim loop has all kinds of things that are kind of inefficient. And so is that the bottleneck? Well, it's probably not a bottleneck. But that said, I don't know, like we're still sending stuff to the audio system here, like all kinds of things are happening. You just run 7 copies of the game, each running 1/7 of the test. Yes, you just do that. Fucking think about it, guys. Sorry, I don't want to be too annoyed, but like think about what you would actually have to do as a workflow process to deal with that. Do you want me to start saying, okay, you have to divide up the work. Who divides up the work? Is it the actual game? And so then it has to have a pre-fork mode and a post-fork mode, or like, is it a different process that's now a new program that you have to run or that you have to write that's like orchestrates all this, right? Okay, so you divide up the work. Now somebody has to wait for them all to complete. What if they don't all complete? What if one of them crashes, right? Now what do you do? What about the fact that all these guys are trying to connect to this, audio system remotely? Well, you have to disable that, I guess, in threaded mode. Um, what about keyboard input? Because right now, keyboard input is just, it's there, it's being handled. If I hit escape, we open a menu, right? Well, you have to do something different about that. What about graphics? Like, are you running completely headless? Are you opening a bunch of graphics contexts? If so, are you sure that's going to work correctly? Maybe it is. Depends on what's in your code that's setting that stuff up. Like, it's when you start talking about stuff like that, it's never just that. Like, these things start coming up. And if you don't think about these things, you're like, oh, dude, I'll totally do this in a couple hours. And then, like, a week later, it's not done yet. And then you think it's done and you give it to people on the team to try, and they get confused, and everybody's confused, and everybody hates the testing system. Like, you've got to think about these things in advance and understand how serious of a problem that they can be. So it's never that simple. That doesn't mean it's not a good idea. Like if faster testing was really a high priority, um, then you start thinking about the best way to overcome those problems. How do you engineer this? How do you get it done? But guys, loading the frickin' bitmaps and recompressing them bugs the hell out of me, and I haven't even done that yet. All right. So I'm not going to do something that's much more of a potential mess like distributed testing. That's just banana cakes. Yeah, if you put quotes around just, that would have been accurate. Yes. Sarcasm quotes make untrue statements into true statements. Right. I mean, that's the thing, right? We're rendering with OpenGL right now. So, like, I don't even know what happens if we open 7 windows. I mean, I guess in principle it must work, but like OpenGL is so janky that I don't know, man. And yeah, like you could try not to do it as separate processes. You could do it all in one core, right? But then, yeah, you better not have global variables, which by the way, all games have. Just saying. I've done stuff like that before, and it's doable. It is possible to do. So, like this isn't that much faster. So our sim loop definitely is kind of a bottleneck. We should get real profiling online so we can tell, because I bet there's just a couple functions where if we made them faster, this would go a lot faster. Oh, you can definitely start 2 instances of the game. I've done that intentionally, but usually by accident. The problem is just, it does run substantially slower with 2 instances going, and who knows exactly why. Maybe this is a better way to test because now we don't spoiler all the levels. Profiling stream when? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should make telemetry work. Any tips for using graphic debuggers? Um, I don't know. You mean like the graphics API debuggers? I don't know. They're hard to understand and a pain in the butt. I'm glad you liked the video about graphics. Yeah, a lot of people seem to be glad that we did that. So, do I do the alternative thief special move, or at least a little bit of it? Or do I do some of the other gameplay mechanic stuff we were talking about that's new? Not us, but on the team that we were talking about. What's the overall progress percent of this game now? 7.26%. See, I don't want to actually start programming it yet because I want to do this check-in. Everything works. Okay, how about this? We are more complete than Star Citizen. How's that? Yeah, see, turning off the graphics for these levels didn't make it that much faster. We're already on 13 minutes. So the real solution is to optimize the time step. Or honestly, maybe we could raise our minimum time step next time. That might be good. Because, like, one reason why we had a minimum time step was because gameplay sort of depended on that. But with the new transaction system, I guess it does a little bit. Not sure. Not sure if it would mess up time tests. How did the witness go? Did you continue to add puzzle till the end, or did we have a point where we stopped adding stuff in? We had a point where we mostly stopped adding stuff in, but we did a little bit of stuff toward the end. With Braid, I changed one of the levels like a week before ship, and we did new art for it real fast. Is the game running on a single core? Most of the game is running on one core. There's small stuff on other cores. we have testing for the witness? Oh, yes, we did. Braid 2, no. No. How to succeed in art direction? Have people do things that look good. These seem like there were more DFA levels. Let's see. Undocumented DFA levels. Oh yeah, that is definitely some death from above. That was broken for other reasons. Yep. Okay, the rest of these are all things that we expected. So there are two more. It took about 17 minutes. It said, if you need to cut one, could cut this. Well, we did. We did. What was the other one? Skydive strike. I'm getting hungry now. Okay. I think I'm going to go to like Chick-fil-A or somewhere like that because I don't get to have nasty fast food from day to day. And then I'll come back and we'll do stream number 2 or 3 of the day, actually. Okay. All right. So we got to remove these from Overworld. Okay, that's gone. Leaving a hole. And let's just move this. And here, oh boy, all these guys. Well, you know what? Rip. We'll just unlock all of these. Wait, what is that? Doesn't exist. Do that. Those guys are now unlocked from that other place. Okay. And then tests. Come on. Rip. RT rotisserie. I am not in San Francisco. Do you think it would be a good idea to get a dozen or so levels that use unique parts of the code, then just test that and test the whole game less often? I mean, in this case, that wouldn't have helped because I didn't know what the death from above levels were. No, I mean, like, here's the thing. It always seems like a good solution to start doing that, but you should only do that stuff if you really have to, okay? Because it complicates your process. Like people have to know all these extra things and remember all these extra things and like, oh, is this a full test or not a full test? You're introducing complications. And those complications fuck up development, the more of them that you have, okay? So it's important not to have more than you need. Um, so really, the actual solution is to make the tests run faster, which means make the gameplay code run faster, which is good no matter what, just for, even just people playing the game. And we haven't attempted to do that at all. So before getting all crazy and adding process that's complicated, much better to just go speed up the gameplay code, right? If we can make the tests run twice as fast, that's pretty good for now. It's not that good in the long term if we're going to have twice as many levels, but yeah, hopefully that makes sense. No Chick-fil-A on Sunday? Is that actually a thing? They're too Christian. Do I miss San Francisco? No, not at all. I miss going dancing in the East Bay, but I wouldn't be doing that for virus reasons. They're saying PS5 will make PC gaming obsolete. I do not think that is true. Um, I do think it'll make people in the PC space get off their ass and realize that they have competition and work harder to make PCs not such giant pieces of shit, which will be good. Wow, I'm really into the foul language today, but this is how I feel about it. Um, Sometimes you got to express how you really feel. Uh, hmm, so I think that will instill some competition there. I think PS5 definitely is very, very impressive and will be better than PC at a certain category of thing. That said, PCs are probably like things that PCs are better at now that don't have to do with like loading speed. They're probably still going to be better at. So like, there's something to be said for this is a kind of a game that you run while you have your own voice chat app open that Microsoft didn't sell you, um, and while you've got another program open with notes on it or whatever. Like that's a thing that PCs will just do better for the foreseeable future. Um, but it may not be loading speed. Where am I now? I'm at the farmhouse. Do I think consoles are more developer friendly? Technically, they are. Um, the release process isn't. PCS VR chat. All right, everybody, I'm going to take a break. We'll be back later and we'll do some kind of gameplay code. Who's to say what it will be exactly? Thanks for coming by, and we'll be back soon. Soon with quotes around it.